Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm your host, Preston Tompkins.
And I'm Zach Reinert.
Each week, we invite comedians on to tell monologue jokes about current events that they wrote. This week, we got a packed house, and I'm very excited. But first, Zach, do you want to tell our listeners a cool job interview that you just had?
I did not get the job, but I got to submit and into for a Weekend Update SNL. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. How did it feel writing that packet, man?
It was fun. I mean, it's just still monologue jokes, but it
Yeah.
just did not end up getting it,
Yeah.
obviously.
But still, you got farther than a lot of comedians will ever get. So if I were you, I would frame that rejection letter, man, because that's fucking awesome.
That
Yeah.
also means you don't have to work at SNL, which honestly, like, seems.
Yeah,
I've
but
seen enough documentaries.
yeah.
I'm like, oh.
And they obviously stole your Moo Dang bit.
But dude, I just wanted to say congrats, man, because that's a lot farther than a lot of comedians will get. So, and also that's not the end, man. It's not over. So.
No, I know. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm not too down on it.
Yeah,
It was cool. I was hoping I'd get it though,
Yeah.
obviously.
but it fucking rules that you got to do it, man. So keep that head
Yeah.
up and keep writing. But now we get to our version of Weekend Update, and maybe someday we'll have to change the name because SEO, it's not fucking working, folks. Searching our name. But we're going to introduce some of our guests. First time on the show. This guy I've known in comedy longer than Zach, actually. Please welcome to the show, very funny comedian, Dan Umthen, everybody. Hell yeah.
Oh, what's going on? Hey, everybody.
Not much, Dan. Where can everyone find you? And do you have anything this week you want to promote?
Sure. Well, people can find me on the internet on my YouTube channel, the Doomcast. That's most of what people can find me on these days. I no longer have a Twitter because it got bought by a worse billionaire than the one that already previously owned it. So that's most of what I do. Other than that, I don't have any cool touring shows right now to promote, but yeah, doing fun stuff still in Des Moines and the surrounding environs when I can.
Yeah.
Had a cool show at a bicycle bar last night.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Welcome to the show, baby.
And
Thank you.
old friend of ours from comedy. Give it up for Mike Perry, new guest.
Yeah, Mike Perry.
Hello, fellas. I feel like it's time I'm on the show because I've probably been talked about more than anyone that hasn't been on the show.
Yeah.
When we look back at the history of your podcast.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's true.
After years, he's finally on.
yep. So
Yeah. Do you
now
have
that
anything?
now that I don't do comedy and I just kind of hang out and
Yeah.
do nothing. That's
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. Mike Perry also has a secret, not a secret, but like a accolade in my comedy history. I know him longer than I've done Zach. So, and I just remember going to open mics with you in 2010, baby, when I wasn't even supposed to be allowed in a bar. I wasn't old enough yet. So
I think
crazy.
like the first time I remember seeing you at a show was a roast show for someone I didn't know very well at the time.
Yeah.
And so instead of writing roast jokes, I did a description of the final episode of Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
And so I just was I from memory I did like the first half of the show, and then I stopped and said I've also prepared some written statements, and people like clapped thinking the joke was over. So I unfolded a piece of paper and just picked up where I left off and finished the show.
Fuck, man. That's just a screaming memory for the back of my subconscious, man. That was amazing.
That's my first time I remember meeting Preston.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And also, first timer on the show, very funny guy. He runs amazing shows down in Lafayette, Louisiana. Please give it up for JP Leonard, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good, man. Welcome to the show. Zach and I did a lot of fun shows with you last year. We're scheduled to come out again this year, but where can everyone find you online? And do you have anything coming up this week?
Yeah, you can find me at the JP Leonard on all the stuff, and then Lafayette Comedy at the at Lafayette Comedy, LafayetteComedy.com. And yeah, actually this week I'm doing a run with Dan Saint Germain, like 3 nights out, kind of three Louisiana cities there. So
hell yeah, welcome to the show.
Me and Preston have a very animated history with Dan Saint Germain, but we won't get into that.
We don't need to talk about that on this episode.
We don't need to
Which
get into
w-
that on air.
I can only imagine which version and who was sober and who wasn't. So,
I'll
Yeah.
say we were the sober ones.
Oh, okay. So October last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
And give it up for returning guest, John Dahlgren, everybody.
John Dahlgren.
What is up?
Hell yeah.
I was thinking of your SEO
Mhm.
concern there. You should call this podcast local podcast near me.
Yeah, that actually would fucking kill on SEO. That is fantastic, Zach. We need to have a meeting after this. We might have
Yeah.
to
Just
check
call
into
it
that.
just call it John Mulaney's new special.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. Well, welcome back to the show, Dahlgren. And another returning guest, favorite of the pod, Alex Linton, everybody.
Hello. You can find me on Alex Linton Comedy across all the socials, and I'm planning a run in Atlanta later in October. So that's all we got going on right now.
Hell yeah.
And give it up for Big Dog of Colorado comedy and just all everywhere now. Get up for Nathan Lund, everybody.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
we got you, baby.
Oh, good. Thanks. Sorry I'm late.
No, you're good.
No, you're good, man.
Where can people find you, and what do you got going on this week?
Instagram at Nathan Lund Comedy, Twitter at Nathan Lund. This weekend I'll be in Bentonville, Arkansas for the Big Diamond Comedy Festival. 10th, 11th, 12th. I'll be opening for Sam Talent in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And then excited to go to Philadelphia for the first time with Sam, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Fuck
Philadelphia
Oh, nice.
Helium.
Hell yeah. Also
Supposed to be a
listen
good
to
one.
Chubby Behemoth, baby. You got your own podcast.
Yeah, that's at Chubby Behemoth Pod on Instagram. And YouTube. Got video on YouTube. Got a Patreon
Perfect.
for extra episodes. Good call on having all dudes on this.
Yeah.
Typical of late night
Well, you already
comedy
missed
shows.
that convo.
Ah,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah,
You already
missed
missed
that
Come
combo.
on.
Yeah, the
have
person with the
tried.
worst shirt actually
We-
already said that.
we
so
already-
thank
we
you.
We already swore a blood oath that we ask women every week and they all say no.
No, they all say
Yeah.
no. It's not our fault. Okay, scheduling is tough. All right.
Sure. Hey, I barely made it, and I technically am a dude.
There
So
you go. All
it's
right,
hard
well,
out here.
gentlemen, we have a packed show and a lot of fun stuff happened this week. It was slow news on the Diddy front, just more extra insane details. So I think we met our Diddy joke cap last week, but if you have those, I can't wait to hear them. But I will start off with news about former president Jimmy Carter will turn 100 years old on Tuesday, making him the oldest living former president in history. Not for long, asshole, said Joe Biden. All right, Zach, what's your first joke?
All right. A woman in Houston was caught filming porn videos at the Olive Garden she worked at, prompting them to change the slogan to "When you're here, your step family."
Hell yeah. All right. Jason, what is your first joke?
Harvard medical student shares the fascinating results after eating 720 eggs in a month. When asked for a comment, he said, "Look, I don't mind going out on women when they have their period."
Fuck yeah, love it. Man, can you imagine eating that much? Like your stomach just got to be gassy as fuck, man.
The eggs or the
That's-
pussy? Which,
Yeah.
Either one. So
Definitely the pussy. Definitely the pussy.
okay, all right.
Definitely the pussy. All right. Up next, we got Alex. What's your first joke?
Okay, large parts of the Southeast are dealing with the fallout from Hurricane Helene. Extensive damage have been documented in both North and South Carolina. Maybe now y'all will make fun of us for sucking less, said Florida. Florida sucks.
All right. Mike, what is your first joke?
North Carolina gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson received treatment for second-degree burns Friday after attending a truck show as he was campaigning. His campaign team would not comment on how he received the burns, but without prompting insisted it had nothing to do with the Pornhub username NC Truckfucker.
Man, I have forgotten about that story.
Dude,
it's still insane, man.
Him commenting on porn videos is still like my favorite thing.
just crazy.
With the same username he has on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like he just like
the dude is the horniest man alive right now. All right. Up next, Dan. What's your first joke?
Yeah, the entire board of DNA testing firm 23andMe has resigned as the company faces bankruptcy that would force them to sell assets like its DNA information of 25 million customers. Billionaire Elon Musk was reportedly interested until someone informed him that 23andMe wasn't going to mean he was going to buy 25 million 23-year-old women. He reportedly then said, "But what if I buy them all horses?"
Oh man, that second punchline.
That's
perfect.
so good. Man, I have never been horny enough to comment on a porn site or offer a woman a horse. I just don't have it in me. I don't know what
I
these
can't
things
imagine.
create a username in the first place.
Yeah.
It's just a
Give
level
him
of
an email and information.
I have one on Reddit. That's it. So
yeah. Reddit is acceptable.
That's dual purpose.
Yeah.
It's honestly a level of horny I hope to never achieve.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a Diddy level of horny.
Yeah.
By the way, follow me at Husky Lover 333, please. Thank you.
All right. Lund, what is your first joke?
Netflix is streaming a new documentary about World Wrestling Entertainment's former CEO, Vince McMahon. The documentary series exposes many scandals over the years, including recent allegations of sexual abuse by Mr. McMahon of an employee that lasted several years. Apparently, D-Generation X were not the only folks yelling at people to suck it.
Oh man, that's amazing.
That is fantastic.
I literally just
love
watched that episode this morning, so
Yeah.
it's even better.
That's been.
I've
I'm
heard
like nervous to hear
Yeah.
about because I read about some of that when it first came out, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
awful.
It's
so I don't know
awful,
how
yeah,
much
it's
they
so-
cover that.
I heard it doesn't really say anything new in the documentary, though. Is what
No.
I've heard.
That's what I was a little
Yeah.
disappointed about, but they'd say like, hey, this was all filmed before the lawsuits came out, so we kind of missed the mark. And you know,
Oh yes. So
and
if they
he's-
would have released it a year ago, they would have been on fire.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing that sucks about it. But
Yeah.
still watch it.
Yeah,
It's very
need to
entertaining.
follow up.
All right, Mr. Dahlgren, what's your first joke?
All right. North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson recently was sent to the hospital for second-degree burns after touching a hot exhaust pipe at a campaign event. It's unclear if he burned his whacking off hand, but rest assured he'll be jacking off to piss-covered asses without interruption.
Jesus.
Oh, they got really specific, and I love
Yeah, really specific.
He gets really specific.
Yeah.
it. Dude, yeah, that's true.
He also asks if they can turn the exhaust into ovens. That's a
Yeah,
Nazi
yeah.
joke for all right. He's,
Oh,
God
he's a
damn it.
Nazi. Sorry, he's a Bloxy.
Black Sea.
God damn it. All right. In music news, rapper Fat Man Scoop died of heart disease, a medical examiner says. In other news, rapper Assman Shovel died from anal ruptures.
Lucky man.
Sometimes rap names are just too nail on the head, because I remember when C Murder went to prison for guess what?
If you see murder, say murder.
Oh, you're gonna be like, you know what C Murder went to prison for?
Yeah.
Tax forgery.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, what's your next joke?
All right, let's see. Coca-Cola Spice is getting canceled after 7 months on the market. Apparently, it called Pepsi Zero the R slur.
See, that's a fun one. You could tell it worked, folks.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, you're up.
Pagers and beepers have been exploding in a wave of terrorism. By the way, I'm now looking for a new weed dealer. I wrote that joke in '96. So when everyone used pagers and beepers,
That was crazy when that story came out. I'm like, what fucking year is it? Holy shit,
Yeah.
man.
yeah,
When
I
it's
know.
wild that I read that they went to beepers, pagers in order to avoid some of the GPS tracking, whatever,
Well,
with
there you
current
go.
technology. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, we can
Yeah,
make
yeah.
those blow up too. So
Yeah.
suck it.
Next, they're gonna
technology-
target those little things at the Chili's when it tells you your table's
Yeah.
ready.
the, the trivia game at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Is fun.
I thought the
They
jalapeno
have to start
poppers were
using
popping.
carrier
Yeah.
pigeons or something. IDF's just going to strap dynamite to them.
No, if they get carrier pigeons, they'll give them bird flu. There's no escape.
Yeah.
It's like fuck.
Yeah,
I
if you
just
think
wanted
it's
to.
real. Yeah.
I just wanted
This
a 2 for
vibrating
1.
Bud Light coaster smells like C4.
God damn it! All right, Alex, you're up.
Oh man, JD Vance continues to make claims of Venezuelan migrants eating family dogs despite complete lack of evidence. Said his wife, "I know for a fact my husband is very anti-eating of dogs or reptiles or pussies of any kind." His couch could not be reached for comment. It's
Man,
never not going to be funny.
this is the only time I'm excited for a VP debate, and that's happening on Tuesday. Like I'm gonna party
Oh,
for that
shit.
shit.
Oh God.
All right, Mike, you're up.
All right, 2 Arkansas residents were arrested this week after agreeing to exchange their baby for $1,000.
Dang.
Oh
We
no,
just
we
lose
lost Mike.
Is that him?
Yeah,
After their arrest, the baby.
Oh,
I'm here.
Oh Mike,
Oh,
restart your joke.
yeah. Go ahead and redo your joke.
Okay,
I think you
redo
froze.
it. All right.
Yep.
2 Arkansas residents were arrested this week after agreeing to exchange their baby for $1,000 and a 6-pack of beer. After their arrest, they told detectives that it just wasn't working having 3 dogs and a baby. The father of the child has already been released from jail on a bond of $5,000 and a 30-pack of High Life.
I love
gets
the new
those-
currency.
he gets those back at the trial if he shows up for the trial, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And they better be cold.
yeah.
Oh no, High Life goes skunky as soon as it's out of the fridge. So
When questioned, the couple said they would have taken $200 and 240s.
I take
All
a
right.
40. My wife's 47. All right.
Yeah. Fuck. All right.
my favorite part of that story is the quote about it that just wasn't working having 3 dogs and a baby is an actual quote from the couple. So.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They could have just said like inflation, man, but nope. It's all right. Dan, you are up.
Right. Hurricane Helene has brutalized Appalachia, creating mass flooding, leaving much of the area cut off from emergency aid and modern civilization, which has left millions of rednecks without illicit prescription fentanyl. Other than that, exactly the same as it's been since 1877.
God damn it. That's great. Shit. All right. Lund, you're up.
Israel has followed up its recent assault on Beirut with an attack on Yemen. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu added that Egypt has been looking at Israel a little funny, and Jordan recently whispered under its breath, "Gay boy says what?"
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Love it. Love it.
So stay tuned. It's getting hot over there.
I love that the Israeli prime minister or whatever and starting World War III is just a guy. It's just a guy from Philly.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Crazy.
fun.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I
It's just a
learned that
guy
like a
from
few
Philly.
years ago. It's like, what?
It's just
He went to the same high school as Lil Dicky. Like that's fucking wild. That's fucking crazy. All right. Dahlgren, you're up.
Real.
Turning Points USA spokesperson Caitlin Sinclair claimed in an interview that Trump can gain female voters by saying birth control is poison and men don't have any sperm anymore. She said it just doesn't have the same taste as it used to.
Bravo. Bravo. God damn it.
First cum joke of the.
Yeah. Yeah. We're 20 minutes in and we finally got a cum joke. Good job.
Only one more. I have like one more bussy till I hit my bingo.
Yeah. All right. The Anchorage Police Department is delaying the release of body cam footage of officers shooting and killing a 16-year-old girl. The reason for the delay? They're still learning how to edit footage in CapCut. That one might just be for me, and that's it. And that's
Sure
it.
is.
All right, Zach. You're up.
All right. A student who cut the N-word onto another student's chest is no longer enrolled at Gettysburg College, a school official announced. Hey, who knew Hulk Hogan was going back to school?
God, I hadn't heard about that. That's rough.
Yeah, that's really fucked.
Yeah. All right.
Well, the bad news is that he wasn't kicked out of school. He just couldn't afford it.
So.
Jason, you're up.
Pop star Lana Del Rey marries a Louisiana alligator tour guide in an intimate ceremony. When the Cajun man was asked if he was ready for commitment, he replied, "I still get to fuck the gator, right?"
I'll guarantee it.
Speaking of, we haven't had any Lana Del Rey marrying the Gator guy jokes yet. Surprisingly,
no, I have one,
Yeah.
but it sucks.
Well, that's our front page news over here, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
everyone-
more just
Yeah.
everyone's not right. Everyone's not making fun of it. They're just like respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I make fun of a W? I don't get it. Like, what's wrong? All right.
Gives a lot of motivation for some guy. Just all the some guys out there.
Everyone here realizes they don't have to brush your teeth anymore.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
You don't have to be Jason Kelsey to land a pop star. You just have,
No.
you have to be passionate about something.
You
Whether
can
it's
just look like a regular cop.
All right. Alex, you're up.
Saturday Night Live is celebrating 50 years on the air, which means it's officially been 40 years of people saying it was better when I was in high school. Yeah, that's because SNL is for children. Grow up. I wrote this before I heard about Zach's news.
Hey, I didn't get it. I don't get shit. I have nothing to defend.
The trailer for the SNL movie is so funny because they make it so dramatic when clearly they were just fucking around on cocaine and like, I just want to get a show on the air, but it's like clearly Oscar bait. It's just very funny. Like
it reminds me of like an early Apatow kind of movie.
it does. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I want to see like a very Oscar bait dramatization of Zach and I drinking 40s at the Hideout in 2011. Like, can you imagine that? Like, it just seems insane to do that. All right, Mike, you're up.
Right. Today's show host Hoda Kotb announced her exit from the show this week. When looking back at her time on the show, she remembered when she was gifted a portrait of her and her daughter painted by former President George W. Bush. Hoda became emotional, saying, "It was the second biggest disaster George W. Bush has caused in New York."
Hell yeah.
God damn it.
First 9/11 joke.
Yeah, first night. Yeah, man, we're really slacking this week. Holy shit.
Yeah, we're really lacking. We haven't had a Casey Anthony one yet either.
Yeah, you got to invite John Merrifield this week. So
Yeah. All right, Dan, you are up.
Right. Huh. North Carolina Republican gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson suffered second-degree burns at a truck show when the truck backfired loudly and reportedly said, "You look like a fatter TD Jakes." You have to know who that guy is, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm Googling it right now.
Yeah. That might be the picture of the podcast episode this week.
It's uncanny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's good. That's a good joke.
Yeah,
No,
that's crazy.
You just have to be specific with very particular subsets of evangelical pastors.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have said the dad from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but
Oh, shit. Uncle Phil. Well, you also write better jokes, too. So,
All right, Lund, you are up.
Shit. Hezbollah officials have confirmed that the Beirut bombings by Israel have killed their longtime leader Hassan Nasrallah, or at least a guy who looks just like him. They're pretty. He's got a head wrap, gray beard, uncircumcised, punch card from Dutch Bros Coffee. They're pretty sure they got him.
God damn it. Fuck. All right. Dahlgren, you are up.
all right. Senior Trump advisor Jason Miller recently approved of a plan for individual states to monitor women's menstrual cycles. An undecided voter in Pennsylvania stated, He'd vote for Trump if the database was available to the public. Say, I want to know when my bitch wife is going to be on the rag.
Mark Robinson gonna make an account and get on there.
Yeah, Mark Robinson just got the biggest heart on ever. Holy shit. Okay, this one I don't feel good about, but we're gonna say it anyways. Eric Adams was indicted for accepting bribes and luxury trips to Turkey. This is the second time a New York City mayor's day has been ruined by flights involving Muslims.
Ah.
All right, you're up, Zach.
All right. The New York Times released a top 10 list of best ways to watch the vice presidential debate. Coming at number 1 with a gun in your mouth.
Fantastic. See, this is what SNL's missing, folks. Right here.
What happened? What did I miss up top?
Oh, I got to submit. No, I got to submit the SNL weekend update, and I did not get it.
Oh, okay.
But you will get it someday, baby. Someday.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if they Googled you, they liked your jokes, they Googled you, they saw this, and they were like, wait, never mind.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually pretty much only got to submit because of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it could go
This
that
was
way too.
This was a big reason why I got to submit.
Colin
If
Jost.
it makes you feel better that this is also the reason you weren't asked to submit to after midnight. So
Yeah, fair.
Colin Jost is like, man, why is he obsessed with Casey Anthony? I don't fucking get it. All right, Jason, you are up.
An Alabama man was put to death in the country's second nitrogen gas execution. Even worse, as he was dying, the guard's iPhone started playing Devo's Whip It. Nitrous oxide joke is close, not good.
Love it.
Kanye's like, let me get in there.
Yeah. All right.
is it a requirement for every Alabama death row inmate to have their last words be Roll Tide?
Yeah. That's how they came into the world. So
Look, it's 70% Roll Tide, 30% War Eagle. That's the proportion.
All right, you're up, Alex.
Oh man. Research into the Titan submersible, the private submarine that imploded while trying to explore the wreckage of the Titanic, had, quote, many flaws. The biggest flaw being the whole idea is stupid. I mean, also, I don't know about y'all. I find it really comforting to know that planned obsolescence hits rich people's toys also, you know? A universal experience.
They're like, no, you need to upgrade that submersible. You need a PlayStation 1 controller, not a GameCube controller. All right, you're up, Mike.
All right. Due to a unique law that splits electoral college votes in the state of Nebraska, media is more focused on the area than ever, thinking the election may come down to the city of Omaha. As a resident of Omaha, I expect the vote will smell like Stell beer and unfiltered cigarettes.
Is it just insane right now in Omaha? Because I saw that story about the blue dot signs and people getting pissed about that and shit. Or
I saw a
don't
red
think people
dot sign
really
with
care.
a Trump wig on it.
oh god, I don't miss that.
I don't think most people actually care about it.
Okay,
So
yeah, it's just like things I've seen online. It just seems like it's just a war of signs right now, which is always very funny when it comes down to elections. It's like it's a sign. Who gives a fuck?
I live in
Yeah.
the suburbs, so I did have to put up a
Yeah.
couple Democratic candidates
Yeah.
in my yard just because no one else. There's a Trump flag across the street. So
Yeah. It's great. Across the street from my house in Aurora, Colorado, there is a Confederate flag, which makes no fucking sense to me at all. So someone please
yeah.
explain that shit to me.
I'm in Commerce City, same thing. Yeah.
It's like, I wonder if they're like, oh, well, there's a story about Venezuelan gangs. Let's put up a Confederate flag to fight them off. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. All right, Dan, you are up.
Right. This week, pop star Chappell Rowan drew criticism for not endorsing Kamala Harris Trump, which led to the decision that her uncle is Darren Chappell, a leading anti-abortion state senator from Missouri. Kamala Harris' press secretary reportedly said, while we all have relatives that we don't agree with, we must agree that our democracy is so broken the only thing saving us from the precipitous collapse into fascism is the endorsement of the singer of Pink Pony Club.
It hangs in the balance, motherfuckers. All right, Lund, you're up.
All right, I'm pulling an audible.
Go for it.
JD Vance supporters mobbed the Primanti brothers in Pittsburgh and were initially turned away before being allowed in. After the confusion, management said, "We love it when people do that thing where you put the $5 bills on the table and take one away each time they screw up. We love that shit."
Also, what is a mob of JD Vance supporters? 7 people? Like, what are we thinking this mob?
It's just the rest of the band Blue October.
Yeah.
God damn it. All right, you're up, Dahlgren.
All right. New York City is piloting a program to curb their rat population. It's coincidentally, the New York City mayor is being federally indicted on corruption charges.
Love it.
I should have come up with Eric Adams stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like an idiot.
It's all good. There's so much shit was going on this past week. Like, it's hard to like pinpoint one major story anymore.
For sure.
Also, I don't know about y'all. I just get my headlines from Sunday. So if the headlines aren't there on Sunday,
yeah. Same here. This Tuesday, Vice Presidential candidates Tim Walz and JD Vance will have their first debate. For the first time since 2008, both candidates will be sitting in chairs. In response, JD Vance... See, I still fucked this up. All right, one more time. This Tuesday, vice presidential candidates Tim Walz and JD Vance will have their first debate. For the first time since 2008, both candidates will not be sitting in chairs. In response, JD Vance was seen with his hand down his pants saying, quote, "Wait, why not?" Fuck that up. All right, you're up, Zach.
All right. Mark Zuckerberg is reportedly now aligned with libertarian ideology and has hired a Republican strategist. Some libertarian, he can't even grow a neck beard.
That's great. All right, Jason, it's your turn.
All right. An auction for Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 ball goes live as fans fight over who gets to own the ball. When asked for a comment, the baseball player said, "That's great, but who gets this dick?"
Getting down to the real questions.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't do an Asian accent, so it's pretty good. So. I'm trying to get on SNL, so no.
Ohtani put a $100K bet on who gets it. Remember that from the start of the season? Do we all remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gambling problems. Yeah.
Fucking wild. All right, your turn, Alex.
Oh shit. Cities like Baltimore, Detroit, and San Antonio are experiencing large drops in homicide and violent crime through investing in social service, community building, and outreach program. This has worked much better than the police's original idea, which was, wouldn't it be sick we bought a fucking tank? I just think it's crazy that the answer for helping people escape poverty instead of punishing them for being in it.
Crazy, right?
That was less funny than more. Sorry.
Yeah.
It is. That got some clapter.
Yeah. Which we all know is the peak of what you want in comedy. That's how you know you're doing really well.
That's late night. That's popular late night.
Yeah.
It's also fine to acknowledge the nihilism of it all.
Yeah. We are in a burning empire right now. We have to address it.
We got to play that fiddle.
All right. Your turn, Mike.
All right. I could have said this before all of my jokes, but this is the one I don't feel so great about. On his talk show, Alex Jones stated that Barron Trump had autism, but, quote, got better. When reached for comment, Barron Trump declined to make eye contact.
Oh, fuck. That's great.
No, that's great.
He's older now, so I think he's more fair game than when people blasted him when he was 11 or whatever.
Yep.
Also, good luck making eye contact with him. He's like 11 feet tall.
Yeah. No, yeah. He's a gamer in college now. He's completely fair game. All right.
Yeah.
I say everyone's fair game when they're of school shooting age. All right.
So
That's like 12 years old in this
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it.
All right, Dan, your turn.
Okay. The architect of Iowa's religious school voucher program, which steals millions in taxpayer money for private schools, was outed as a former gay porn star. Corey DeAngelis, a senior fellow at the Trump-supporting Betsy DeVos PAC America for Children, was recently outed as Seth Adams, a gay porn star. Conservatives said this justified their fears about groomers since a gay porn star has now fucked more Iowa kids than John Wayne Gacy.
Fuck.
Woo!
Oh, that is a spicy meatball, folks. That is fantastic. All right.
Check
got
under his
we
patio.
got-
It's early stuff.
Yeah.
Casey's early shit.
We
Yeah.
had a John Wayne Gacy reference,
Yeah.
anti-politician, like that had it all.
Man. All right. We have checked off Casey Anthony. We have now checked off John Wayne Gacy. We need to make our way through all the 70s
How
serial
about
killers.
a character called John Wayne Gacy Anthony?
This is what they're missing out on SNL. Can you imagine? Bo and Yang being John
Bring
Wayne
back,
Gacy.
bring back Mad TV.
It's a clown who doesn't have balloons because they don't have kids. All right.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Dan, your joke wins my favorite of the pod so far. That was great. All right. Lund, your turn.
All right. Hall of Fame NFL quarterback Brett Favre has announced that he has Parkinson's disease. This may explain why the unsolicited dick pics he sent were so blurry.
Oh man, that's perfect.
I was pretty happy with that one.
That's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Tell that one on stage, man. Go for
Oh,
it.
thank you.
10 out of 10.
Dahlgren, what you got?
Florida surgeon is being sued after mistakenly removing a patient's liver. The surgeon's name, Hannibal Lecter.
See, we're making our way through the serial killers. Fuck
Great
yeah.
guy. A great guy.
Okay, in some random local news, a doctor in Pittsburgh is warning parents about a new social media trend called chroming, where teenagers are getting high off of household items like permanent markers, paint thinners, and air dusters. Chroming, you say? Back in my day, we called that Friday afternoon. It's like I just love that every generation is rediscovering huffing like air dusters. Like it's always going to be there.
And I love like every new generation in the news is like, this is a new thing. And
It's
every
crazy.
30-year-old's like,
No, that's why I failed my math test in 10th grade. What the
every-
fuck are you talking about?
Every 35-year-old's like, no, man, my brain's already smooth.
All right, Europe, Zach.
All right. A man in Denver was killed during an argument over hot sauce. I guess you could say he got double tap a Tio.
Jesus Christ.
That is how I want to go out.
Double
there.
tap to TO.
Dying over hot sauce is a very valid way of dying, I'd say, though.
They're violent hot sauce. People
Yeah.
don't talk about it.
Violent.
Everything
Violent.
is death and crazy, and next thing you know, yeah. They're
Yeah.
Pulling asses out.
Yeah.
hot sauce is dangerous. One time I had to throw away my underwear in a Buffalo Wild Wings. That's a true
Oh
story.
my
Not
god.
even exaggerating. That's a true story.
Okay, so this is an episode full of dudes. How many of us has had to pull the fuck? I need to throw away my underwear at a public event. I know I fucking have.
Surprisingly, that hasn't happened to me.
Two
That's
comedy shows.
Yeah.
One in Baton Rouge, and I think the
Yeah.
other one in Baton Rouge. So
Yeah. Okay. So Jason, Mike, me, Alex, Zach said no. Dahlgren, Lund, have you guys had to pull
I don't.
the?
No, I don't
the-
think I have publicly. No.
No.
Not
Yeah, no, like
In the
yeah.
privacy of my own home, sure.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Oh, we've all been like steps away and
Yeah, yeah,
far
that's
too much. You
definitely
know,
sure.
We've
Yeah,
all
that's
been there.
definitely happened. But not
I'm
in
a man
public.
enough to sit in my own shame.
All right, Dahlgren, you win the badass award of this episode. Fuck, I forgot who was next.
Who just went, Jason?
But you
No.
should-
No, okay, so yeah, it's your turn, Jason.
Okay, yeah. Migrants from around the world are trying to reach the U.S. via charter planes. When asked for a comment, local Democrats wonder why they couldn't come by public school planes. That's a charter joke. So. You guys are in education, you would have got that.
Yeah.
But all right.
Hey, the charter school stuff is a nightmare. They're trying to. It's all a nightmare.
That was a connection, you know.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay. They're taking the money away from the public schools, so
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
But now work for one, so it's okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, you're up, Alex.
Hoda Kotb is retiring from the Today Show after almost 15 years. Since the news broke, stock in white wine continues to plummet.
They need to find a new
It would
woman.
go up. She has nothing else to do.
All right, Mike, it's your turn.
Austria's far-right Freedom Party is projected to win big in their elections. What a relief. What harm could ever come from an Austrian on the far right?
We have nothing to learn from this.
Everything's fine.
Probably nothing to worry about. All right, Dan, you're up.
I'd already done all 5 of the ones I prepped.
Yeah, I'm running out of jokes too. So if you're out, no worries.
Yeah, if anyone's out, no worries.
Yeah.
We'll just keep going until people are out. Yeah.
Lund, do you have any more?
Yeah, I skipped one and went with the JD Vance thing, so I might as well throw this out. In local news, my wife and I recently got a new puppy, Beanie the Chiweenie. Early reports coming out of my home indicate that if Beanie continues to poop in the house, her name may be leaked to Prime Minister Netanyahu as the new leader of Hezbollah.
See, that's right here.
Stupid.
That is stupid. Oh, that's fucking great.
Evil, but also adorable.
Is Hamas. Hamas.
All right, Dahlgren, do you have any more?
Here's one. A student resource officer in Texas high school was hospitalized after shooting himself in the leg. It's true what they say, that the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
Great. All right, I got 2 more. This one. This is stupid. Jack White will headline this weekend's Soundside Music Festival after Foo Fighters pulled out at the last minute. Pulling out at the last minute, that doesn't sound like Dave Grohl.
Hell yeah, that's great.
All right, Zach.
I like that one.
I like throwing in a sassy one every now and then.
Yeah.
Your sassy ones are the fun
Yeah,
ones.
I'm a sassy bitch on these episodes, folks.
Let's see. Costco denied selling 1,000 bottles of baby oil to Diddy after his lawyer's claims. But Sam's Club silence is deafening.
I love a corporation that fact checks a sex pest. You know, they're like, we're not gonna let this stand on fucking Twitter.
Yeah, they're like, fuck this. We don't even sell baby oil.
Yeah, don't look at me.
And plus, they wouldn't sell 1,000 of them. They would sell like a 30-gallon drum of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would just be one bottle the size of 1,000 bottles.
Yeah.
He was trying to get started on Etsy, so he bottled them himself. You know.
Fuck. All right, Jason, do you have any more jokes?
Yeah. The Department of Justice released an article saying that federal prisons are not doing enough to prevent inmate suicides. This report was sponsored by the Jeffrey Epstein Prison Research Center. So.
Soon to be the P. Diddy research. Alex, you got any more?
Yeah, I got 2 more.
Fuck yeah.
It has recently come to light that Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus are actually distant relatives. Yeah, they're from Tennessee. It's a little blurry down there, okay? I'm from Tennessee too. I'm probably related, but I'm not famous, so no one gives a shit.
It's kind of like when white people say they're Native American, like I'm 3% Dolly Parton. You know, like that's pretty much what they could say.
He's like Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a Everybody's got a couple drops of Parton blood.
Yeah. That's what everyone wants to claim. I mean, Dolly Parton is the best part of Tennessee, and there's not even.
Yeah.
On my mom's side, I'm Dolly Parton. All right. Mike, you're up.
All right. This one's not as much news, but everyone's doing music jokes, so I'll throw it in. All right. How many children have to die for Eric Clapton to have another hit song?
Love it. Checking in. Dan, do you have any comments, any riffs you want to say?
Necessarily. We went back to that the music thing, and I remember Zach like years ago was in Des Moines and was like, Des Moines, where everybody has a cousin in Slipknot.
This episode kind of looks like the unmasked Slipknot right now. We're just missing one person. I don't know who it is, but it's probably the DJ.
I think it's the second drummer.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Lund, you're up.
That was all I wrote, but I do have a tweet from a few days ago. It said that federal officials found, I think, 784 dildos in Diddy's basement. I think the only way that would be worse is if they only found one dildo. Like that would be worse, wouldn't it?
Oh man, yeah.
Man, you bring a whole new angle to this.
That's true.
Just the idea that there's one. There's all these rumors of sex parties, and there's one dildo. That would be killing.
If there was one dildo, they need 1,000 bottles of hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Well, that's
a freak off with one dildo. That's terrifying.
Washed in hand sanitizer.
What's worse than finding one dildo in Diddy's house? Finding half a dildo in Diddy's house.
Fuck. All right. Dahlgren, you're up.
All right. Dante DiVincenzo was just traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for the New York Knicks. He's going to be in for a culture shock as he won't be able to find a good sopressata or a decent spot for a slice of pie. Very Italian name, Dante DiVincenzo.
It's actually fun that it's not racist if it's Italian.
Yeah, I was gonna say we are pro Italian accent on this podcast. So. All right. This is my last joke. Actress Maggie Smith died this week at the age of 89. A major tragedy to the film fans everywhere because they were reminded who their weird Harry Potter friend is. Like, show some respect. She was in fucking Hook. All right. All right, Zach. Do you have any more?
Yeah. I gotta. Let's see. Mel Gibson is making a sequel to The Passion of the Christ with Jim Caviezel returning as Jesus, which is pretty incredible considering Jesus hasn't even returned as Jesus.
Oh man,
I loved that one when
that
I
might be
saw
the
it on
smartest one on this episode.
Twitter.
All right, Jason, you're up.
A UK priest who moved to the United States warns Americans to not let the left deteriorate U.S. values. When asked for clarification, he said, "Just let me touch your kids."
Great. Alex, you got any more?
Yeah, I got one more. Baker Mayfield, quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, recently said that when Tom Brady was the quarterback, the environment in the building was tense and stressful. Tom Brady shot back saying, "I don't care. This isn't a daycare." Ironically, "this isn't a daycare" is also why he came back to the NFL after spending literally 3 months with his children.
That is fucking crazy. How long was he just with his family? He's like, I need to get back on that at CTE field.
He got back on the thing. He got divorced. He's just like, no, I turned out I just like football.
Yeah.
He went back to play long enough for them to get old enough for them to not have to worry about them again.
Yeah. It's like no one hates their family fucking more. All right, Mike, you're up.
According to the CDC, depression among teenage girls is improving, while depression is peaking in guys named Mike Perry.
So far.
I wish that wasn't a joke.
Yeah. We love you, Mike. We love you. All right. Dan, any comments?
No, right there with you though, Mike.
Yeah.
It's a disaster. You know.
Fuck. We're hanging in there, folks.
I feel like the title of this episode should be like "Nihilism is fun."
Yeah. Lund, anything left?
Oh no, I was scrolling my Twitter and
That's okay.
The last thing I had was just Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Tua. That is yeah.
Fuck.
I think it's got legs. It sounds like it's got legs.
I mean, she hasn't faded into obscurity yet, so
Yeah.
No,
The
she
Brute
is
Warriors.
Number three podcast in the country.
Fucking insane. She's right behind Tucker Carlson, which is kind of fucking terrifying. That's you never thought those two worlds were even close.
Hey, Tucker Carlson wishes she was right behind him, if you know what I mean.
folks. All right, Dahlgren, do you have anything?
This is off the top. Foo Fighters were forced into indefinite hiatus by Dave Grohl's affair scandal. Apparently, it is they're taking more of a break for siring a bastard than Taylor Hawkins, their drummer, died.
That was just true.
God damn it.
The truth hurts,
That's
Grohl.
Yeah.
It's basically talking shit.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. I'm out of jokes. Zach, do you have anything left?
Yeah, let's see. A judge approved an auction to liquidate InfoWars, and then Alex Jones chugged InfoWars because he thought it was booze.
Man, it is insane. Like, someone's gonna buy InfoWars and then just make Alex the host. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just his fucking dad at this point, because he's already moved all his supplements over to his dad's business.
Honestly, I'll be surprised if Vince McMahon came in and was like, "Oh, I just watched that documentary. I want to reiterate."
No, it's also it's kind of weird seeing, because I haven't watched wrestling in years. Seeing Vince is kind of like seeing an aunt you haven't seen in a while. They're like, fuck, they aged like 40 years in 10 years. What the fuck happened? He's just like this crazy old man now.
Well, I thought it was weird, crazy, like to be reminded of the way he looked when he came back on the scene to like facilitate the sale. It was like, why did you dye your hair black and then have a little mustache? Like, he was like, he was trying to do an angle where he was going to be revealed to be like, an imposter or something, and it looked didn't make any sense.
It looked like he was trying to be like a spy during the Cold War or something.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
what do you know, Vince?
He had just gotten done tying a woman to railroad tracks. So.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck. All right. Jason, you're up.
Weight Watchers International announced Friday that CEO Seema Sistani would leave her role effective immediately. When asked for a comment, Sistani said, "Fuck this, I'm hungry."
Yeah, sorry for being such an asshole earlier, but
I get hangry. You know how it is.
Alex, you got anything?
I actually found one more. So I don't know. I'll just say it and then we can talk about it. Women who behave rarely make history. Ironically enough, neither do women who wear that T-shirt. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said it on this podcast with no women on it.
Hey, we gave women the chance to be here and comment. They're not here, all right? So we're
take that, farmers market. All right.
All right, Mike, you're up.
Scientists cheered with excitement when they found teeth and arm bones from the species Homo floresiensis, nicknamed hobbits due to their height of about 3.5 feet, proving once again scientists are fucking nerds.
Love it. Dan, what you got?
Nothing. I just want to go back to the fact that John Dahlgren referred to Dave Grohl's child as siring a bastard as though he's royalty on Game of Thrones. I thought that was beautiful wording. No other notes.
Fantastic.
I was thinking of the Bill
Siren-
Brasky bit.
Siring a Bastard is also the name of Dave Grohl's new band.
Fuck yeah.
He's the drummer.
Yep.
He did play in Queens of the Stone Age for a bit, so there you go.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a royalty tie-in.
All right. Lund, you got anything before we close this out?
Is it okay if I do a new joke that
Yeah.
I've told like twice on stage?
Absolutely.
Another wrestling joke. Longtime professional wrestler Ric Flair obviously called himself the Nature Boy during his wrestling career, but Ric Flair was adopted, so I feel like he should have called himself the Nurture Boy.
That's
that
great.
bombed in Italy. Nobody liked that in Italy.
Fuck.
You should do that. You should just tag that with the woo every time.
Yeah. Dahlgren, any last minute jokes, baby?
All right. Lauren Boebert recently said Democrats hate Christmas during a House floor debate. This is an ongoing segment of "Give me health care, please."
Love it. Well, before we end this podcast, does anybody have jokes? Last call for jokes.
I can do a Diddy one.
Go for it.
Zach's got 43 more jokes that he wrote yesterday.
That's why I have to do a last call, because I know Zach will just keep going.
And JP had the deep bench.
Yeah, I got two more, man.
Me
Okay.
and JP can keep going.
Yeah, you two keep going.
All right. See, the man who played Carl Winslow on Family Matters denied having sex with Diddy after his name surfaced. Meanwhile, Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World admitted he totally sucked Diddy's cock.
Love it.
I don't know why Carl Winslow is getting dragged into this.
Yeah.
Leave him out of
Catching
this.
strays, man. All right, go for it, Jason.
SpaceX launches ISS-bound crew that hopes to bring home the 2 stuck astronauts, which is okay considering they left with 4 of them. Hey, man.
All right, you got one more, JP?
Hey, I've got one more too. Don't leave me out of this.
Oh,
go ahead, Mike.
Yeah.
Go, Mike.
Go for it, Mike.
It's the one I was going to skip, but as long as we're still going.
Yeah,
get
go
it
for
out
it.
there.
All right. Vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance said this week that he doesn't believe that his running mate Donald Trump had sex with porn actress Stormy Daniels. When asked to elaborate, Vance stated, quote, where would he even put it? She doesn't have cushions.
Oh man, I love that one.
That's great. All right. Zach, did you have more, or we'll go to
Yeah,
Jake?
let me do one more. I think JP's got one more. He can finish. Let's see. Authorities are searching for a missing California couple in their 70s this week. It was also just learned the elderly couple were last seen leaving their home on a nudist ranch, adding several new wrinkles to the case.
God damn it. All right. Go ahead and Jason, close us out.
All right. Casper Mattress announced this week they're introducing a California-sized king bed. When asked for clarity, they said it was just a bed that only smokes weed.
See that one? You could just tell that one to your kids, folks. That's a fun one.
That's a fun one.
Well, thank you guys so much. I want to thank Jason, Mike Perry, Dan Unthan, Nathan Lund, Alex Linton, John Dahlgren, and Zach Reinert. This was a very fun episode, guys. We love you. All of you are welcome to come on anytime you want. And we have a sign off that we like to say at the end of each episode. So if you know it, say it with us. 1, 2, 3. Fucking night,
Night
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Love you, and we'll see you next week.